Okay, so let's make up a random triangle here.
Let's do 24, 13, 37.
Very interesting triangle.
But this doesn't satisfy the triangle inequality.
Oh.
This is actually a line. Because 24 plus 13 equals 37.
Ah!
So the triangle is just a line, actually.
Actually, it's funny, we got spectacularly lucky on this one. Do you see why this isn't a triangle? Do you see what your brother's saying?
Yeah, because the line is so long that 24 plus 13 is it's 37, so these two sides are equal to this side.
Ah, yeah.
So we need to have...
So, no. We'll use Heron's formula here. What should Heron's formula tell us the area is?
It tells the area is 0.
It should tell us the area is 0 because this is actually not a triangle, it's a straight line. Okay?
Okay.
Well,
So this actually, it works out to be kind of a funny example.
so S, let's see.
S isn't it 30? It's
Yeah,
37.
37.
How come?
Is 37 here, 37 here.
Alright.
And now...
So S is 37. So we have the area. I need more room to write here. Well. Okay.
Put the 37 on the inside, maybe.
Yeah, let's write it down here. So I get 37. What's 37 minus 24?
13. 24. And then 0. So that's what makes it 0.
Times 0.
Times 0. So do you know what the square root of 13 is?
Well, you don't have to.
Why not?
Do you have a times 0?
It all is 0.
You have a times 0. So that was a good example, and it was a good thing to notice that this wasn't a triangle. But we can do quickly just a real small example. You know a 3, 4, 5 triangle is a right triangle, right?
Yeah.
So let's just add 1 to each one of those sides. Let's look at a 4, 5, 6 triangle. Just to keep the numbers small. To do our calculation. We don't know what kind of triangle this is.
Well, the semi-perimeter here, so the perimeter is 15 here, so the semi-perimeter is 7.5.
Okay, so S is 15 halves.
So then we can do S times, so 15 halves times, well, 4 is 8 halves.
Okay.
So 7.
7 halves. And then 5 is 10 halves, so 5 halves left. 6 is 12 halves, so 3 halves left.
Okay. So what do you notice can simplify in this?
Well, all the over 2's, they add up to be over 16.
They what?
So they multiply to be over 16. So then you can have them come out of the square root, and this is the square root of 15 times 7 times 5 times 3 over 4.
Okay. So we have that the area is actually the square root of 15 times 7 times 5 times 3, whole thing divided by 4. So there's one simplification.
And we have 5 and a 3, 5 and a 3.
Okay.
So that means we can have a 15 on the outside.
All right.
So this is 15 times the square root of 7 over 4.
15 times the square root of 7 over 4.
That might be a little hard to find out with base times height.
It may have been a little hard to find out, yeah, with base times height. But we get this. We get what this is. And we can kind of simplify this just a little bit. Or not simplify, but approximate. So we should try to find a good approximation for the square root of 7.
Well, it's bigger than 2 but less than 3.
Okay, bigger than 2 and less than 3.
And it's closer to 3 than it is to 2.
Interesting. Okay.
So we could say maybe 2.6.
Alright, 2.6. You might know what 27 squared is. Do either of you know what 27 squared is?
Isn't it 729?
Yeah. So 2.7 squared would be what?
It would be 7.29.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good approximation.
Yeah, so 2.6 or 2.7. So you guessed 2.6, so that's a good guess. So we have 15 times 2.6 over 4. Okay.
Well, we can. So this is. We can say it's 1.3. 15 times 1.3 over 4. Or over 2.
All right. 15 times 1.3 over 2. Not sure that.
Well, wouldn't it be 15 over 2? Because you're taking a 2 out of everything. You're taking a 2 out of everything?
But you're multiplying here.
Yeah, so that's a good, I'm glad you asked that question. So this is 15 times 2 times 1.3 on the top, and on the bottom it's 2 times 2. So we just cancel a 2 on the top and a 2 on the bottom. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So 15 times 1.3 over 2.
Well, we can 15 times 13 is 65 times 3 because it's 13 times 5 is 65.
Okay.
And then times 3 we would have 180 be 195.
Okay.
And so that would be, and then we have to divide that by 10. 19.5.
Okay, so this is 19.5 over 2, approximately.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what?
Which is, well,
It's around 10.
Yeah.
well, 19 over 2 is 9.5.
Okay.
And then 0.5 over 2 is 0.25.
So
All right.
9.25.
9.75.
9.75. Why is it 9.75? Can you tell me?
Well, it's 9.5 here and 0.25 there.
Yeah. Okay. And then we can just go to Wolfram Alpha real quick. I know we've run long on this, but that's all right. Okay. Area of, what do we have here?
5, 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6. Then we put that in area of a 4, 5, 6 triangle into Wolfram Alpha, which tells us it's 9.92. 15 times the square root of 7 over 4 was right, which they say is about 9.92.
Sure.
We approximated it at 9.75.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So good approximation.
Pretty close.
Good work this morning, guys.